This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at Maltesers. These right here were bought for €1.49 at a semi-local Action supermarket. I've got some sort of balls balling around in here. Let's take a look at the outside of the packaging. Right here, it's all very beautiful, isn't it? Let's take a look at the back. So this is very much an imported product, and we do have a little sticker right here. Telling us things in languages that we do not understand, that some of us don't understand, that I certainly do not understand. Here we've got energy, here we've got the fats, here we've got the, what I think would be Verzadigte, some stuff with fatty acids, I think. Pause if you want to read this in Dutch or French. Yeah, pause again, yeah, pause again. Let's see if there's a different sort of language in here as well that we can actually decipher properly, preferably German or English. Okay, here we go. Pause if you want to read this in French, pause if you want to read it in German, pause if you want to read it in Polish, pause if you want to read it in a language that I do not know the name of, and pause if you want to read it in Italian right here. Lovely. And here we've got the nutrition table once again. Spanish is on here as well. Isn't that beautiful? Imported products are always the greatest products for the most part, I think. Usually something interesting that we don't get too much of over here. Let's open up this one though and see what this is like. So, okay, it's a very interesting sort of packaging that I'm not very familiar with. So we've got the balls in there. And here we've got a little dispensing hole that is opened when you open up the thing for the first time. Isn't that wonderful? Here you can see the balls rolling around in there. Okay, let's play the game and take a ball out. Take a look at the ball. It's not the prettiest of surfaces that we do have here. We've got some spots right there that are not even close to being perfect, but it's got a very, very interesting texture to it. It does feel very smooth. There isn't too much mass to it. Color-wise, it is a light brown, not as brown as I thought it would be. Yeah, so let's give this a bite. That's interesting. Now that's the texture that I did not expect. So the chocolate on the outside isn't great, and the texture on the inside, it's a weird sort of foamy wafer, foamy hard wafer. But then again, it also feels like something not quite like that. Okay, I guess we're gonna open up the box properly now. See how many are in here. Okay, this is gonna take a while to get all of these out through that hole. So let's take one of them and slice it through. Okay, so we do have some sort of foam right here. Biscuity foam. We've got really large air pockets in there. That makes this very heterogeneous when it comes to the actual texture to feel when you bite on it. Now I had one, right now I actually had one that wasn't crunchy at all. That was just like weird, almost gummy. If it was empty, if it was completely empty and there was no foam in there at all, or if the foam didn't expand. And that one has got a weird sort of smiley face. That one non-foamy thing, that was really catching me off guard. Okay, I do think that we do get the gist of this. I've got to say that on camera, those balls look quite a bit darker than they do in person, at least on the camera screen. Okay, but I think I'm going to cut through one more of these, and then I'll probably just give another few ones a bite. See what they are like flavor-wise, and then we'll get to the review sheet. Now I've got to say that the chocolate itself doesn't taste great at all. It tastes oddly cheap. Not a very rich flavor at all of chocolate, not very sweet. Somewhere in an in-between of sweet and regular well-tasting chocolate, but in a weird sort of cheapish way. Now it's not my thing at all. That one had a weird texture as well, funny enough. Yeah, so the theme of this is quite interesting, but I've got to say, as of right now, I'm not a huge fan of it. So yeah, I'm going to finish up a few more of these, and then I will be back with you at the review sheet. The consumption process is complete and we're ready to rate this with the review sheet. First impression has been fine. Color has been okay as well, although they're not quite as dark as they are on the packaging. They look a lot lighter. They look a lot more like a cheaper substitute of the real deal, I think. Usually when you've got that darker chocolate, it always looks a bit, classier. Usually, for my liking, it tastes a bit better because I do like a bit more of the cocoa flavor rather than just sugar and some sort of cheap milk chocolate. But this one right here was quite a bit lighter in color when it comes to that brown tone on the real deal than on the packaging. Consistency and texture-wise, 1.5 out of 2 available points, simply because the texture itself was not necessarily consistent, which is something that is okay. I mean, some people love that. I like when things are a bit more consistent than they are here. Something I didn't really like at all was that some of these, at least just one of this that I actually noticed, maybe some of these other ones that I cut through would have been like that as well. It felt like the foamy thingy on the inside hadn't really expanded, and I had that before with another pack, so that's not necessarily something that never occurs, but once in a lifetime. No, this does occur a bit more often. And that was weird. It felt like a bit of some sort of gummy stuff inside of that chocolate ball. So yeah, consistency and texture-wise, I would love a bit more consistency in that. Taste-wise, 3 out of 5 available points. That is not because of the filling of that stuff. I mean, the filling on the inside, now that I noticed that I should have taken a bite of that on its own, but now it's too late. I mean, it's not that I hate these. I kind of went through these quicker than I thought. Like, I started with them, then I wanted to eat just a few more, and before I knew it, the entire pack was gone. So yeah, I didn't hate them, but I didn't really enjoy them as much as I thought I would, because I've got to say that chocolate tastes a lot like Milka chocolate after that recipe change a couple of years ago, which made Milka chocolate taste cheaper than it did previously. And this right here does taste a bit cheaper than Milka still. So yeah, not the greatest of chocolates in my opinion. Rather light milk type of chocolate, but it doesn't taste natural at all. No, there's something in it, or there is something that's not in it that would make it decent. This stuff right here doesn't really make for a great chocolate enjoyment experience, I would say. Themeization wise, 1 out of 1 available points, 7.25 out of 10 available points is therefore the final rating for the Maltesers chocolate balls. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.